Asia is witnessing a silent rise in military might. The region, known for its rich history and cultural diversity, is now becoming a focal point of military power and strategic influence. At the forefront of this surge are two ancient civilizations, India and China. Both nations, with their deep-rooted histories and traditions, are now emerging as modern military powerhouses. Their growing economies and global ambitions have inevitably led to a strengthening of their military capabilities. As their economic prowess increases, so does their investment in advanced military technology and training. Understanding the military balance between these two Asian giants is crucial for comprehending the future of Asia and, indeed, the world. The balance of power in this region could shape global geopolitics for decades to come. This comparison is not just about numbers, it's about influence, strategy, and the potential for conflict or cooperation. The strategies employed by India and China will determine whether they become adversaries or partners in the global arena. The world watches with bated breath as these two nations modernize their forces and engage in strategic posturing. Joint military exercises and displays of advanced technology are becoming more frequent, signaling their readiness and capabilities. The stakes are high and the implications are far-reaching. The decisions made by military leaders in India and China could have a profound impact on global security and stability. Any miscalculation could have disastrous consequences, not only for India and China but for the entire world. The potential for global conflict looms large, making it imperative for these nations to navigate their military ambitions with caution and foresight. China boasts the world's largest standing army, the People's Liberation Army, with over 2 million active personnel. India follows closely with 1.4 million active soldiers. In terms of ground forces, China outnumbers India in tanks, artillery, and armored vehicles. However, sheer size doesn't guarantee victory in modern warfare. India's army, though smaller, is known for its battle-hardened soldiers, many of whom have experience in counterinsurgency and high-altitude warfare. The Indian Army also possesses a significant advantage in combat experience, having fought several wars and engaged in numerous border skirmishes. This practical experience provides a valuable edge in real-world scenarios. China's defense budget, estimated to be over $292 billion, dwarfs India's $72.9 billion allocation. This allows Beijing to invest heavily in advanced weaponry, research, and development. China's military modernization program has been nothing short of remarkable. They have made significant strides in developing advanced fighter jets, aircraft carriers, and hypersonic missiles. India, however, is catching up. New Delhi has been increasingly focusing on domestic defense production and procuring advanced weaponry from countries like the United States, France, and Russia. The Indian government has also launched several initiatives to boost indigenous defense production, aiming to reduce its reliance on foreign suppliers. China holds a clear advantage in areas like hypersonic missiles, artificial intelligence, and cyber warfare. China has been investing heavily in cutting-edge technologies like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and directed energy weapons. These investments are aimed at giving the People's Liberation Army a decisive edge in future conflicts. India is not far behind. It has made significant progress in space technology, missile development, and nuclear capabilities. India has also been strengthening its cyber warfare capabilities, recognizing the growing importance of this domain in modern warfare. The country has established dedicated cyber warfare units and is investing in research and development to enhance its offensive and defensive capabilities. Section 5, Himalayan Standoff, Strategic Positions and Border Disputes. The long disputed border between India and China remains a significant point of contention. Stretching over thousands of kilometers, this border has been a flashpoint for decades, with both nations laying claim to overlapping territories. The rugged and inhospitable terrain of the Himalayas adds to the complexity of the situation, making it difficult for either side to maintain a consistent presence. The Himalayan terrain gives both sides strategic advantages at certain points. High-altitude positions offer a commanding view of the surrounding areas, making them highly coveted by military forces. These positions are not only difficult to capture but also challenging to supply and reinforce, adding to the strategic calculus of both nations. The two countries have engaged in several border skirmishes over the years, including a bloody clash in 2020. This particular incident resulted in significant casualties on both sides and brought the world's attention to the fragile peace in the region. The skirmish underscored the deep-seated mistrust and the potential for sudden escalation. These incidents highlight the volatile nature of the border dispute and the potential for escalation. The presence of militant groups and the constant military buildup further complicate the situation, making it a tinderbox ready to ignite at any moment. Diplomatic efforts have been made to de-escalate tensions, but the underlying issues remain unresolved. India's control over the Indian Ocean gives it a strategic edge in the region. The Indian Navy's presence in these waters ensures the security of vital shipping lanes and enhances India's ability to project power. This maritime dominance is a crucial component of India's broader strategic posture. China, on the other hand, has been increasing its influence in the Indian Ocean region through its Belt and Road Initiative, raising concerns in New Delhi. By establishing ports and infrastructure projects in various countries, China aims to secure its maritime interests and expand its strategic footprint. This growing presence is viewed with suspicion by India, which sees it as a challenge to its own influence. The competition for influence in the Indian Ocean is likely to intensify in the coming years. Both India and China are investing heavily in their naval capabilities, preparing for a potential power struggle in these crucial waters. The outcome of this competition will have far-reaching implications for regional stability and global trade. Section 6. Past Encounters, Shadows of History. The 1962 Sino-Indian War continues to cast a long shadow on bilateral relations. The war, which ended in a humiliating defeat for India, had a profound impact on the Indian psyche. It led to a significant increase in defense spending and a strengthening of the armed forces. The memory of the 1962 war continues to fuel mistrust and suspicion between the two nations. However, both sides have also engaged in efforts to improve relations and maintain peace along the border. Section 7. Power Projection Navies and Global Ambitions. China's rapidly expanding navy, now larger than the US Navy in terms of ship numbers, underscores its global ambitions. China has been rapidly modernizing its navy, launching new warships, including aircraft carriers, at an impressive pace. This naval buildup is seen as a clear indication of China's desire to project power beyond its immediate neighborhood. India, too, has been steadily modernizing its navy, recognizing the importance of maritime security in the Indo-Pacific region. India's navy has been actively participating in joint exercises with other countries, including the United States, Japan, and Australia, to enhance interoperability and counter China's growing influence in the region. Section 8. The Dragon and the Elephant. An uneven balance. The military balance between China and India remains tilted in China's favor. However, India's growing economic and military might, coupled with its strategic partnerships, makes it a formidable player in the region. While China holds the upper hand in terms of military might, India possesses significant strengths of its own. The complex interplay of military, economic, and geopolitical factors makes it difficult to predict the future trajectory of this rivalry. The relationship between India and China is complex and multifaceted. While they are rivals in many areas, they are also partners in others. Section 9. The Future of Warfare, Predictions and Possibilities. The future of warfare is likely to be defined by technology. As we move forward, the battlefield will be transformed by innovations that were once the realm of science fiction. Both China and India are investing heavily in artificial intelligence, cyber warfare, and space-based assets. These advancements are not just about creating more powerful weapons, but also about gaining strategic advantages in intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. The future of warfare is likely to be characterized by a hybrid approach, blending traditional combat with modern technology. This means that future conflicts will not only be fought on the ground but also in cyberspace and outer space. Combining conventional and unconventional methods, including cyber attacks, disinformation campaigns, and economic coercion, will be key strategies. Cyber attacks can cripple critical infrastructure, while disinformation can undermine public trust and morale. The outcome of any future conflict between India and China will depend not only on military capabilities, but also on factors like political will, economic strength, and international alliances. The geopolitical landscape is complex, and alliances can shift, making the situation even more unpredictable. The world must encourage dialogue and cooperation between these two Asian giants to prevent a catastrophic conflict. Diplomatic efforts and peace negotiations are essential to de-escalate tensions and find common ground. By fostering a peaceful and prosperous future for the region, we can ensure that technological advancements are used for the betterment of humanity rather than its destruction. The vision of a harmonious Asia, thriving with innovation and cooperation, is within our reach if we choose the path of peace and mutual respect.